Always look for distressed sellers in addition to distressed property. Have your bird dogs post flyers everywhere. Some of you might think that, it's a small business to go post flyers. There's Fortune 500 companies that still post flyers. There's very successful companies that post flyers. It's called banners on websites, right? Those are the same type of flyers that I'm talking about. It's getting the message out to the market. And if you guys have been on some of these websites out there, you've probably seen mine banners on there, because I do. Post flyers everywhere, shopping centers, public bulletin boards, churches, local businesses, wherever a large number of people congregate, for sure. Give them a chance to give you a lead on a hot deal. For example, print up cards that say, I pay $5,000 minimum to you at closing if I buy a property that you told me about. Do you know anybody who's selling property? Please call blank. Print quality business cards, not these last-minute dealios that you guys get on the website. Whatever it is, one print shop, 24 hour, and then at the back of the card it actually has their website so somebody else can go and order their product. That's not what it's about. These are professional business cards. You can get 500 business cards for a very cheap price these days. These are really, really great tips on how to get out there, where to look, how to get these deals through the pipeline. But I want to mention this. Join organizations of all types. Sky's the limit. We've had folks that are in different religious organizations that get great tips. We have people, of course, of interest. We have people that join all types of organizations. I mean, there are so many. Just pick ones that you'd be interested in, truly being a member, and you move forward, and knowing that you go ahead and pay hefty referral fees, chances are these deals are going to come also through the pipe, all right, for closed deals. Not for deals submitted, for closed deals. But it's up to you. If you want to pay on a per referral basis, as long as it meets your criteria, and if they send, say, 20 leads through and you shoot all 20 down and say, none of these meet my criteria, these meet my criteria. And as long as it gets accepted to us and we move forward on it, you can pay a little fee. That's entirely up to you. But I think that the best way to set it up is to pay when you close, right? So truly, it's none of your own money or credit. When you use headhunters, leave out no one. Property managers, moving companies, relocation services, neighbors, landlords, tenants, the mailmen, landscapers, service technicians, friends, acquaintances, relatives, and other investors. Leave nobody out. That's headhunting. It's exactly what I do. That's why some of you are here, not all of you. Some of you just want to headhunt and just want to find deals. Who here doesn't want to do anything else but just want to find a deal, submit it, and get a big fat check? Anybody? Okay. Several hands went up. And the rest of you probably want to get in and have a piece of the cash flow, right? Right? All right. So let it be known you're in the business and leads will come. If you don't get the message out to the market through some kind of media, as we covered on day one, that's marketing basics. All right? If nobody knows your talent, nobody knows what you're all about, and you're behind a closed door, chances are you're going to remain behind that closed door and nobody else is going to come knocking. But if you open the door, you get out of your comfort zone, you think outside the box, put the message out there in some regard, and it doesn't have to be you. It does not have to be you. You can take these techniques, you can take these strategies, you can formulate it along with my bird dog system. You can get the leads coming through the pipe without even lifting a finger. That's what's so sweet about this business. And of course, with the heavy lifting, you're right there. So here's the 10 top ways for finding leads. Number one, get to know property managers. I think that's really important. Getting to know property managers, of course they're in the know. And I'm not talking about just the one-stop shop property managers that maybe only facilitate one property. I'm talking about property managers that look at maybe 5, 6, 7 different properties. And just getting to know these folks, maybe even getting to know one person there, it's definitely lucrative. Now here, number 2 is post notices on websites like this website, which is Craigslist. And Craigslist is not grossly overused. It's actually a fantastic tool. The reason being is there's so many messages out to that market, and there's so many people going on to that market. I'm not sure of many other people than my students that advertise for distressed property. And where do they advertise that on? Property for sale. Well, people that go on property for sale also want to know how they're going to be gauging what they should list their property at. And a lot of folks that go to Craigslist can't afford to go ahead and pay the commission on the deal because there's not room in the deal. So they're trying to be a FSBO, which is a for sale by owner, which equates in a distressed property, which delivers the property to your doorstep. When they go and see your ad there, they contact you. And you could put something on there along the lines of, do you own commercial property and need your problem solved? Number 3, you'll see that one on there. Contact financial institutions. Yeah, again, that's just lenders. And I gave you guys Scotsman Guide. You can contact all types of different lenders on there, and you'd be amazed at the relationships that you can quickly form, or even better yet, have your bird dogs form. Hit the streets and look for vacant buildings. They're all around us. Vacant buildings are always around us, and it's very, very easy to find out owners of these vacant buildings. And a lot of times brokers will also know who owns the property. Always check local papers, LA Times and New York Times, and you can also, as I mentioned, place ads. Why do you think people that live in, say, Montana or live in, say, Ohio would go ahead and put an ad to sell a 200 or a 300 unit self-storage or apartment building, and they'd put the ad in the Los Angeles Times? These people understand that folks that are in LA and folks that are in New York, for the most part, hold a lot of capital. They're active investors, and they look through these two papers because they're the nation's largest. So as far as advertisement, so they advertise property for sale out of state. And what that means in my eyes is distressed opportunities, great opportunities. Get on email updates with auction companies, as I mentioned before. Number 7 is watch for foreclosures, and that's the county public records. Each local municipality has a place where you can walk into. And you can scroll the microfiche like I used to do back in the day to look for property that's hitting notice of default. And I used to scroll through all these microfiche to look at all the NODs. That was way, way back when. Now companies are actually in-house, and when you go to ask for microfiche records, especially here in LA, usually there'll be somebody there to go ahead and hand you a business card of somebody that goes there every single morning and scrapes the microfiche, uploads the information to a website, and delivers them to you for a nominal fee. And you can go ahead and log on and see all the NODs. And there's services out there that you can acquire. Number 8 is give your referral fee program regularly to bird dogs. And as we talked about, all the different bird dogs that are out there, there's so many bird dogs out there, guys. Everybody out there is a potential bird dog. There's even bird dogs in this room and other aggressive investors in this room. Understand, nobody in the world is equal, yet we all have the same opportunity. But some people want to play a passive role and just find deals and park it with somebody else. And that's why networking tonight is so very powerful.